Hello, and we're so excited about it. We're happy.
My God, I just want to go back to bed.
I know. You're not having a happy day.
It's a great way to start an episode.
It's okay. It's real. It's gritty. It's the gritty truth.
New gritty reboot of Goose Chase podcast.
It's like very noir. That podcast dog walked in. He had legs for days and a snoot that wouldn't quit.
Leroy's being very cuddly today.
Yes.
Just hovering around Mike.
Yeah. He likes it whenever I have a blanket on my lap and the blanket overflows onto the floor. He thinks that that is for him. So he is sitting up against my leg on that little piece of blanket.
Yeah.
Under the table, because he is small enough to sit up under the table unlike Boba.
I really wish he would sit on a chair. If he would sit on a chair and sit in front of a microphone, that would be like the best podcast ever.
It'd be great. Depending on the chair, we might be able to get him to do it.
That'd be really, really weird.
It'd be really funny, though.
For us to do that. Well, it's another thing no one can see, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, my God. We should do a podcast that's just us and Leroy, and it's just him occasionally snorting into the microphone.
I wish I could get that for the podcast. It's just a little.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah, his little noises.
Yeah, he is a piglet. Mm-hmm. This has been Puppy Talk with Dave and Christy.
Yep.
The past couple of weeks have been a blur of nothingness.
Nothing happened.
It's pandemic times for real.
Nothing happened in like the last 2 weeks of note. The biggest thing is like we watched some stuff on TV.
We watched some movies.
Right. Which is...
This is not super exciting, but they were good.
Yep. They were.
But we're not going to tell you what they were.
Fuck. Come on. Let's figure out a way to get in the game here.
We watched Promising Young Woman.
Yeah.
Which was about a promising young woman who does great things, and there's nothing creepy happening at all.
Yeah. That so I saw an article the other day. You might have seen the same one. The other day. About the woman who wrote that movie and pitching it to studios. Okay, so let's start a little bit more at the beginning.
Was it like an interview?
Yeah, it was her.
I think I did read that one.
Yeah, so basically this movie is about a woman who, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say she's going around basically making how's the right way to put it?
She's making a point about consent.
Right. So she will go on dates and seem really drunk or like, incapacitated, and then she'll go back with some guy to his place.
Old switcheroo.
Yeah. So she's not really drunk, and she's making all these men confront, the things that they're doing that is wrong, and exploiting a vulnerable woman and all that stuff. So it's an interesting concept. And I read, I can't remember where I saw it, but she was talking about the process of pitching this movie around Hollywood.
Yeah.
And
which would be tough.
Yeah. And I think she started pitching it in like 2017, maybe, which I think is kind of pre-Me Too, possibly. What happened in the last 3 years?
Nothing good.
Yeah. So she told a story about one executive that she pitched it to, and like explaining the opening scene of the movie, which kind of establishes all of this and like what she's doing, And she said he like blanked out in the middle of the pitch and just like started staring into space and going like, yeah, And she was like, "Are you all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I've just been thinking about some dates that I've been on."
Oh God.
Which is like, dude, what is that about?
Yeah, like you haven't even seen the movie, and we're making you confront some inner demon's shit.
The mere idea made him like totally disengage.
Yeah,
that's pretty creepy.
But ultimately, the production company that ended up taking them on was completely on board. I believe it's Margot Robbie's production company.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or she's involved with the production company.
I don't know.
But I would say they didn't pull any punches. Like, it is a very confrontational movie in a lot of ways. It's Don't watch it thinking it's going to be easy and comfortable. But I thought it was well done, and there were parts of it that, like, I didn't like in the moment because they did a really good job building up characters.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when certain things happen, I was just like, oh, God fucking damn it. I didn't want that to happen. But it was, like, done really well. And, yeah, I don't want to talk much more about it because I don't want to give anything away. But I thought it was a good movie. It is about sensitive content. Don't watch it thinking that it's going to be an easy, simple watch and like a fluff thing that you watch with your mom.
I kind of think right from the trailer, you know everything you need to know about the movie.
If you watch a trailer, you know enough of what it's about to judge if you can handle watching that or not. But yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. There's certain things about the plot that frustrated me, but yeah. I liked it overall.
And then on the complete polar opposite of the visual media spectrum is what we watched last night with my mom and stepdad and step-grandma and brother is Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
Yeah, a Kristen Wiig written movie, which is a good start to begin with.
Yes.
And
I believe that's Will Ferrell's production company.
Yeah.
Or William Ferrell, as I called him.
That was really weird because the credits are rolling by and it says Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. And he went, William Ferrell. And I said, what? And you said,
I read it as William Ferrell.
Yeah, you were like, well, it said William. That's weird. And I'm like, it did not.
ADHD.
William Ferrell?
William Ferrell.
I was like, no one calls him that.
Anyway, he's not in the movie, by the way. It's just he was involved in that production. But it's ridiculous.
Really weird movie.
It's very bizarre, absurdist. I was combining those words. Bizarre, absurdist comedy for sure. But I thought it was great.
Yeah, me
it was
too.
Like ridiculous and nonsensical and just lunacy.
The thing is, you like right off the bat, we were trying to figure out if we were watching the right movie.
Right. We're like, wait, what is happening?
Because it has this bizarre, like, I guess it's not a subplot; it's the plot.
Yeah.
But it's this sort of villain type character who plans to unleash a plot on the town of Vista Del Mar.
Yeah, it starts with the part of the movie that you have no idea is part of the movie, judging by the trailer.
Exactly.
So when it starts, you're like, wait, am I watching Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar?
Yeah, it starts off looking like Spy Kids.
Yeah, already it was a much different movie than I thought it was going to be. Because I thought I was just going to watch kind of...
Sorry, he's like chewing the rug.
Oh, I thought I was going to watch a silly movie about like two middle-aged women who just go on a trip, kind of like a bachelor party style trip, you know, like
like a Hangover type movie.
Yeah. And then it's not what I got. It's partly what I got, but not what I got.
Yeah.
Parts of it definitely feel like the kind of characters Kristen Wiig has honed on SNL over the years.
Yeah.
She's really good at that like Midwestern, mid-40s kooky character.
Yeah, right.
And her counterpart in the movie does a great job too. I thought it was great. We laughed a lot.
We did. It's in some ways it feels like a comedy nerds movie.
Yeah, and I will say it also like it knows what it's doing and it does it well.
Yeah.
It points out some tropes along the way. It plays it straight in the way that it fully buys into how kooky it is, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it was done really well. Where I think they achieved what they were trying to do, and I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I think some of my favorite stuff in the movie is stuff where, like, as an audience goer, you're like trained to expect certain things out of a movie.
Yeah.
So when you see I don't know, like when you see a scene where there's like a sort of romantic date on a beach or whatever, you just kind of think that that's that. You know? And then they'll take what is like an established kind of comedy trope and they'll like get even weirder with it. And that's what I mean by a comedy nerds movie is it subverts kind of the stuff that you expect out of a movie and it makes it even sillier and weirder.
They do something that we like a lot, which is hold on to a joke for longer than you should.
Yeah, right.
Which makes it funnier because it's painful. It's like, oh, wait.
I don't know.
But it's really good.
I would say it's a really good movie
And superbly Midwestern. It really takes the Midwest to Florida.
It does. Plus hot dog soup.
Hot dog soup. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So gross.
One of the grosser, weirder things I have seen in a movie is their depiction of hot dog soup.
I will say Talking Club is so funny.
Yeah.
There's a couple scenes in which they are attending. It's not a book club. It's a talking club.
Yeah.
In the Midwest town they're from. And in Nebraska. Is that really Midwest?
Nebraska,
It's like on
yeah.
the outskirts of Midwest.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure, yes.
But the sentiment is correct. The, identity is correct. But this group of women that they hang out with at their talking club, which are all actresses you would recognize from other shows, like Phyllis from The Office, the woman who plays Gypsy on the show Gilmore Girls, and she's been in other things since then. Forget the actress's name, who's also from SNL. All really funny and just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Phyllis just wants to talk about her horse. And at some point she like whinnies in response to something.
No, she goes to cheers everyone and she makes a horse noise. Yeah. She says, I'm used to cheersing with
That's
my
how
horse.
I cheers with my horse.
That's like a great weird detail. I don't know. I give the writing of the movie the biggest credit.
It's great. I actually do want to watch it again.
Yeah. So that's TV talk. That's the stuff we watched on the television.
Seriously, sometimes that's all you're going to get from us.
I know.
It's, the fact that we watched 2 movies in 2 weeks is impressive. That's productive.
Yeah.
Oh, I finished my puzzle I've been working on.
Oh, yeah. Now we have to figure out how to resin it and preserve it and all that. But
yeah, I still need to look into a couple ideas on that. But it's a really cool puzzle. So there's this artist I've loved for years. His name is Omar Ryan. Last name is Rayyan. And he sells stuff on Etsy, prints and cards and stuff like that. He's very much like a fantastical kind of artist and also very punny. He has one print that's called... would be pronounced the pugilist, but it's clearly the pugilist because it's a pug with boxing gloves on.
Pretty good.
He has a really unique style, very ephemeral, lots of different colors mixed in a very specific way. It's great. The most famous one, I always see it around Christmas time, is this painting of this little girl holding what is essentially her dog, but it's like a demon dog. And you always see it go around as a meme around Christmas time that says, what happens when you accidentally write to Satan instead of Santa?
Right.
And there's another one that's pretty popular, which is like this woman with...
Oh, no. Dog chaos.
Did he go get the other dog?
I don't know.
This woman with like tentacles for hair, and she's holding her pet, which is like a squid. I think it's the name of the painting is Contessa with Squid.
That sounds right.
And there is a place online called Art Order that took that print and turned it into a puzzle, and you could buy into it kind of like a Kickstarter kind of thing. And so I did that because I really wanted a print by him, but I also really felt like doing a puzzle, and I was like, perfect, best of both worlds.
Right.
And I eventually got my puzzle and then had to get them to send me a new one because it was missing pieces. And then I got the second version, and I just finished putting it together, and it looks great. It's really good quality, and it was really fun to put together, and it's a great print
Yeah.
in general, so
It'll make a good fixture on
save
one of
it
our walls
permanently.
somewhere.
Yes.
Oh.
Not sure where yet, but
I just realized the dog brought a squeak toy into the podcast studio.
that's going to go well.
That's a great contribution. Thank you, Leroy.
Which one is it?
I don't know. I just hear it.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Anyway, why don't we keep this train moving since we have like nothing else to talk about and play a game.
You know what? That sounds great. I would love to play a game.
All right. Well, why don't we play a game we've never played before?
Mahjong?
No.
Chinese checkers?
No.
Banjo Kazooie?
Yes, actually.
I
This
heard
should
the
become a
squeak that time.
Banjo-Kazooie podcast. You hear it?
I heard it.
He brought a squeak toy down at the worst possible
It's
time.
so unprofessional. He should really know better.
I'm probably going to have to do something about that in a minute. But in the meanwhile, why don't we play Trues and Fnews?
Yeah.
You need to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean.
It's time for Trues and
Happen to me.
Fnews.
Time to play Trues and Fnews. Everyone's playing our famous game, the game that's taken the internet by storm.
It's time for Trues and
A
A Merv Griffin production.
All right, Trues and Fnews.
Before we get started, I really need you to tell me how to play.
Why, of course, I would be glad to tell you how to play. Trues and Fnews is a game, a news game, a quiz game, an internet news quiz game in which I present to you two stories, and three of them maybe instead, and two of them are false, and one of them is true, and you have to determine which of these stories is the true story, the trues, and the false stories, the news.
This time you're just going to give me two false ones. And I'm going to make the true one.
A game where I give you two false stories, and you have to determine which is true.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, story number one. A Pittsburgh area man was charged with multiple offenses around falsely reporting his car as stolen after driving it to a remote location and setting it on fire. A search warrant later revealed in his Google history that he had searched how to set your car on fire and make it look like an accident.
I love that.
Number two. Two Vancouver police officers are on administrative leave after climbing the giant fiberglass donut sign of Vera's Donuts on Victoria Avenue and taking selfies riding the donut while on duty.
Oh my God. Okay.
Number three. Spy satellites have confirmed a long-standing rumor in North Korea. The presence of a full-size recreation of the ship bow set from Titanic, commissioned by huge film and TV buff Kim Jong-il while he was still alive.
Okay. Recap, please.
All right. Story number one. A Pittsburgh area man was charged with multiple offenses around falsely reporting his car as stolen after driving it to a remote location and setting it on fire. A search warrant later revealed in his Google history that he had searched how to set your car on fire and make it look like an accident. Number two. Two Vancouver police officers are on administrative leave after climbing the giant fiberglass donut sign of Vera's Donuts on Victoria Drive and taking selfies riding the donut while on duty. Number three, spy satellites have confirmed a long-standing rumor in North Korea, the presence of a full-size recreation of the ship bow set from Titanic, commissioned by huge film and TV buff Kim Jong-il while he was still alive.
Can you say that last one again?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Spy satellites have confirmed a long-standing rumor in North Korea, the presence of a full-size recreation of the ship bow set from Titanic, commissioned by huge film and TV buff Kim Jong-il while he was still alive.
Yeah,
Speak.
right.
Speak.
Okay. So this is my recap. Pittsburgh man doesn't know how to use incognito mode.
Nice.
Ride that donut, funky mountie. And North Korea having the Titanic is not ironic.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with the Vancouver police riding the donut.
The giant fiberglass donut.
Yeah,
Feels real.
it does.
It's not true.
Not real?
No.
That's incredibly detailed. Good job.
Good
job.
Fake donut shop in a fake location. So.
It's good. I was like, that seems like perfect description of a place.
I bet that's happened.
I'm sure it has.
I'm sure someone has, maybe not a cop, maybe not in Vancouver, but someone's climbed
What's
and
the
rode a giant
movie
donut.
where the donut gets shot?
Where the donut gets shot?
Yeah. There is a movie in which people are like trying to recreate what. Maybe it's not a movie. You know what? I'm thinking of an episode of Psych.
Oh,
That happens on an episode of Psych.
what, they shoot a giant fiberglass donut?
Yeah. It's
Really?
like a donut man. Yeah.
It's a donut man?
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
a fiberglass donut, but he's got like arms, I think.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sure that has happened somewhere. Maybe not exactly like that, but that is not true.
Yeah, right.
Do you want to know what the true one was?
Yes. Just tell me.
True story. How to set your car on fire and make it look like an accident.
Yeah.
It's some real dumbest criminal shit.
The thing is, it happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
In that Fleur de Lis story I told you about, Fleur de Lis, they like Googled ways to poison people and shit. Like,
Yeah, I think people just never think that their search history is going to become a matter of public record.
it always does.
Yeah, usually when the police get a search warrant and you've accidentally made yourself a prime suspect.
Also, pro tip: like, don't search things on like a company computer
Yep, never do that. Never do that.
because it doesn't matter if you're in incognito mode.
Yeah, right.
They know.
They have all of your traffic. Usually,
Yes.
often, not always.
They know.
I almost put in here, but I thought you'd probably have seen it. The true story recently of the solar winds hack that happened. It was a big giant data breach of a bunch of private information. I'm trying to remember. I think that they do some kind of like contracting for defense. I can't remember. I should know the answer to this question. But anyway, SolarWinds was recently hacked, and part of the way that happened was someone's password was SolarWinds123.
Oh my god.
And they should know like a lot better than that.
Right.
Yeah. And right now I think the CEO is saying some intern set the password as SolarWinds123. Probably true. But shouldn't you have mechanisms to make sure that can't happen?
Right, and change it.
Yeah. Oh god, his chewing is so. What is he chewing? Leroy? That better be a toy. Oh, it is.
It is.
It's just so loud and aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You just described our dog.
SolarWinds123. That was a real thing.
Jeez.
Just super embarrassing. Your password should not be able to contain the phrase solar winds.
Yeah.
And definitely not the numbers 1, 2, 3 in sequential order.
Yes.
I mean, especially if what you do is like,
Security.
yeah, something security related. Absolutely
Yeah, not a good
embarrassing.
call. Not a great call.
No, that should not have been allowed
Not
to happen.
surprised by it, but it's not a great call. That was a weird sound out of that toy.
He made it sound like it's dying.
That's why dogs like squeaky toys. They sound like dying animals.
God, that's hellish.
It's the fucked up reason the dogs like squeaky toys.
I thought of something else interesting worth mentioning on the show real quick.
All right.
This kind of it was kind of a freaky story while I was looking for news stuff. So some researchers recently were working on this thing that happens where like when caterpillars eat a tomato.
Okay.
So, or whenever a tomato is basically under attack, but I think specifically when it's like being eaten by caterpillars.
attack.
Yeah, so they release like chemical compounds that, and this is amazing to me, they can release a compound that will draw wasps.
Oh.
And so wasps can come in and attack caterpillars that are eating them, which is like a bizarre, really specific, evolved like skill set, right? So they looked into it. And it turns out that the
Tomatoes have a security team of wasps.
so it's like the same thing. Apparently, when you mow your lawn, chemical compounds get released to like for the other grass blades nearby to like toughen up, or like they like plants have all these ways of signaling each other things, right? So it turns out the caterpillar has an enzyme that can suppress the tomato's shouts for help. Which is
so creepy.
really creepy. Someone described it as like out of a horror movie.
Nature is fucked up.
way crazier than most
Which
of us
is why
know.
we had a whole episode on like plants.
Yeah, right.
Which I wish I would have known about the tomato one at that time. That's great.
So they tested out to make sure. Basically, they used CRISPR sequencing to create caterpillars that did not have the specific enzyme they used to silence the tomato. And they found without that enzyme, the tomato
got
can't draw
killed.
wasps.
Wait, what?
The tomato can't draw wasps without that. Am I saying that backwards?
Yes, the
Without the
tomato can draw wasps
Right.
if the caterpillar doesn't have the enzyme.
Exactly. So they managed to like remove that enzyme from the caterpillar, and then lo and behold, the tomato does better at defending itself, which is freaking metal.
Science.
Yeah. This is what we're using CRISPR for.
Yes, this is exactly what we should be using CRISPR for.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting study. And it got a little bit of attention because of how horrifying the concept is that the tomato
Yeah.
shouts for help to summon a wasp to
Right.
eat the caterpillar.
That's great.
Gnarly.
It's gnarly.
Anyway,
Anyway,
why don't we just move right along
take a little break?
and take a break, get that squeak toy out of here, because that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with the topic, which I don't know what it is. Obviously, you do. So
Oh shit! I was supposed to know a topic.
anyway, that's been the episode. We're done.
No, I know what that topic is.
We'll be back in a bit with the rest of the episode.
All right.
Stick around.
Perfect.
And now we're back.
And now we're back.
The squeak toy is gone, and so are both the dogs.
They're upstairs.
Just futzing around in the living room. Mm-hmm. At least
Being
they're not.
ponies.
At least they're not at war with each other. We would hear that for sure if they were jumping all over each other.
Yes. Let's be honest. It would be Leroy jumping all over Bo, and Bo spinning in circles trying to fend him off.
Right.
That's how it works.
Can we talk briefly about how nice it is that today feels like spring?
It is nice that today feels like spring.
It's in the mid 40s and it was raining.
I should sit on the back porch for a while.
Just get some fresh air. Just like I love the smell of rain, obviously, and you don't get it all winter.
My favorite thing about Ohio, like after a winter, is like the relativity of temperatures. So like once it hits like 35 again, everyone's like, "Oh, you don't need a jacket."
Right.
You're like walking to your car, they're like, "You don't need that coat." And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's still cold compared to a lot of places. Like if you told someone from Texas that like 35 wasn't jacket weather, they'd be like, "What is wrong with you?"
I know. It's
But-
we just get used to like bitter cold.
Yeah.
And then like the minute it's slightly nicer than average, it's like, oh man.
Right.
I'm gonna go get naked and run around.
It's
so nice
just so
out.
funny.
Yeah.
The shift is so funny.
Yeah, it's true. We're coming up on spring. It's nearly actual spring, which will be really nice.
Light at the end of the horrible winter tunnel.
Yeah. Oh god, I fucking hate winter.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think it fucks with you more than it fucks with me.
Yeah. It just like makes me feel very just surrounded by
The constant darkness is like
yeah, it's not good.
not fun.
Yeah. Anyway, hello podcast dog. He's here to ask you what the topic is today.
Oh, well, I would be much obliged to tell you, Leroy. When you want to wind down after a long day, one of the most harmless and wholesome ways to do it is with a nice hot mug of sleepy time tea. You know, the one by Celestial Seasonings with the cute sleepy bear and a nightcap on the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
And when I think sleepy time tea, I think cults.
Oh,
No,
what?
no, wait. Here we are. When I think sleepy time tea, I think aliens.
What?
One more try. When I think sleepy time tea, I think eugenics.
Okay, what in the hell
Well,
are
fuck.
you
Am I
talking
about to ruin sleepy time tea?
Are you? Is that what this is?
Maybe.
What?
So Celestial Seasonings,
Okay.
the maker of Sleepytime tea, was founded in 1690. Nope, not 1696. That doesn't make sense.
In the dawn of tea.
1969
Okay.
is what that is supposed to be.
1696 is more interesting.
By a group of friends, flower children,
Mm-hmm.
who hiked up the Rockies in search of herbs. Some of these friends were Mo Siegel, John Hay, Peggy Clute, and Lucinda Zasing. They wanted to get into the health food industry and tea. And it was kind of a niche market because at the time, all the tea in Great Britain and the Americas was made from a strain called Camellia sinensis, which was caffeinated. Herbal tea was new and novel. So Mo Siegel had started making these, like an Asian herbal tea blend that he was very successfully selling in a local shop. And so their first hikes, they harvested enough herbs to make 500 pounds of his Mo's 36 herb tea
Okay.
that was taking off in popularity. And shortly thereafter, they started making tea from chamomile, spearmint, and other herbs, which would become the Sleepytime blend. The name Celestial Seasonings, what they decided to name their company, was chosen based off of co-founder Lucinda Zasing's flower name.
Okay.
Or was it chosen because aliens? Mo Siegel and John Hay had both become captivated with a New Age Bible called the Urantia book. Have you heard of this at all?
I have not heard of this.
I'm surprised we hadn't, but I hadn't either. They used the morals and philosophies of the book to direct their business and their employees and inform their company's morals, using quotes from it to back up their points during meetings and even on boxes and like tea bag labels of their tea. John Hay left the company in 1985, pushed out by Siegel's desire to become a big company like Coca-Cola. And Siegel retired in 2002. He is still currently the president of the Urantia Foundation. So it's possible that the influence of Urantia is no longer evident at Celestial Seasonings, but we should still discuss what Urantia is and what they believe, because it's a bit concerning.
I can't believe I've never heard of this. I mean, I don't know. We hear about things basically every week we've never heard of, so I shouldn't be surprised at this point.
Right.
But this kind of
Kind of the
seems
point
like
of this podcast.
it kind of seems like a. I mean, okay, so like everyone's heard of Celestial Seasonings.
They keep this well under wraps.
they don't like
don't
people talking
discuss
about
it.
this.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine
So-
now I imagine now they're probably much more of a corporate entity without, like
I mean,
just
they're
here to sell
basically
tea.
as big as Coca-Cola, for real. I mean, they're a huge company.
Yeah.
And when the main article that I used, it's published on inverse.com right now. It was originally published on Rip Van Winkle. On Van Winkle's is what it was called. It's a publication devoted to sleep.
Of course it is.
But the name of the article is Cults, Conspiracies, and the Twisted History of Sleepytime Tea.
Okay.
And
How did you find this?
I forget.
Okay.
Either someone told me about it or I stumbled upon it and was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to do it for a couple weeks now, so here we are. But when the author started to do this for the publication Van Winkle's, which is obviously a publication about sleep, she was looking to write a little puff piece about Sleepytime tea. And so she went to Colorado, where the home base of Celestial Seasonings is, and was trying to talk to them a little bit. And when she asked if she could take a tour to see how they make the tea, they kind of shut her down, and wouldn't work with her.
That's odd.
And so she's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to do research on my own. And when she started to do research on her own, she discovered all of this. So the article became much different than it would have been if they just would have given her a tour.
Yeah, you know what? If they'd have let her just kind of walk around and, look at the big bags of tea. And
Yeah.
As if there's just a giant
So
tea
whether or
bag.
not they were, maybe that's just their policy and they don't do tours and they weren't trying to hide anything, who knows? But what came from it was this article that was much different than her original intention.
Yeah, no joke.
So let's talk generally at first about the Urantia book, also called the Urantia Papers or the Fifth Epochal Revelation.
Okay.
It's over 2,000 pages long. It was published in 1955. It's been translated into over 20 languages. It's based on Seventh-day Adventist texts, but with more aliens.
Okay.
They believe that, I'll get to that. They believe there are many planets in many universes, and the same thing occurs on all of them. It's like an Adam and Eve story.
Okay.
But on Urantia, which is what they call Earth, the Adamic technique failed. So we as a people have to behave in such a way to correct this failure. And I will get into more details about what they actually mean about that.
Sure.
The first three parts detail the complex universe of invisible seraphim and spirits and semi-spirit beings. The last part details all 36 years of Jesus' life. Here's a quote from the article. The book also purports that there have been many, many sons of God, like Jesus, on many different planets because there are a billion worlds. When evolution is complete, each of these worlds will have 100,000 local universes with 10 million inhabited planets. Our Earth is called Urantia, and it's number 606 in a planetary group named Satania, the headquarters of which is called Gerisem. When we die, we're reincarnated from planet to planet, then finally to paradise where the deity lives. There is a little piece of the deity in each of us called a thought adjuster. That's simple, right?
A thought adjuster?
A thought adjuster.
It's not a very creative name, is it?
It's kind of like in Scientology, the Thetan.
Yeah, it kind of gave me a Thetan vibe.
Except this is more of like a positive take. Like it is God. God is an alien kind of, but he is inside of you, but that's a good thing.
Okay.
Also a quote. The Fellowship will tell you that it's not a cult, but in the Urantia book, the Revelator, named the Brilliant Evening Star of Nebadon, calls for Urantians, Earthlings, to replace Christianity with a new cult that will be the true religion of the future.
They call it a new cult?
Yes.
They use the word cult?
Yes.
That's interesting. Most cults don't really like to call themselves cults because of the connotation.
Well, it was written in the 50s.
Yeah. I feel like it couldn't have been a good word then either.
So who was the author?
Yes, who was?
Well, it was written as if presented by numerous celestial beings. And this is one of my favorite parts, which is why you can download the text for free.
Oh.
Because in 1995, the Urantia Foundation lost their copyright case in Arizona because they assert that its authorship is superhuman, and the court decided that means it's not protected by copyright claims.
Oh, wow.
And as a result, is in the public domain. And since then, the national copyright has since expired as well. So you can download a PDF or even audio versions of the Urantia book from the urantiafoundation.org, which I did.
That's one thing the Scientologists got right. Make sure L. Ron Hubbard's name is on the thing. You could own it forever.
So as the story goes, in 1911, I need to tell you about a couple of people.
Okay.
Real quick. So, have you ever heard of William Sadler?
Yes. Why do I know that name?
I'm not sure.
That name
But
sounds
he is
really
related
familiar.
to other people that we have talked about.
I feel like I recognize his name from a little bit of research that I had done for something else
Very possible.
that fell through.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still possible, but he is related to something else we did do an episode about. He was a surgeon, a physician, a psychiatrist, and he worked for Dr. John Kellogg,
Okay.
who, as you'll remember, was a eugenicist and racist as fuck. But he worked for him at Battle Creek Sanitarium. Dr. Sadler was also a sometimes debunker of paranormal claims.
Okay.
Admitting that he was duped by Ellen White, the Seventh-day Adventist, the founder, and also involved is his wife Lena Sadler, who was also a physician and surgeon and obstetrician, and John Kellogg's niece.
Okay.
So just a little bit of background.
Sure.
Because in 1911, as the story goes, a neighbor approached the Sadlers with concern for her husband, who she would often find in a deep sleep breathing abnormally. My first thought is sleep apnea.
Yeah, me too.
And the Sadlers observed these episodes, and over time, the individual verbally communicated messages from student visitor spiritual beings. And my note is like celestial exchange students. And these student visitor spiritual beings were communicating with his thought, what do we call it? Thought adjuster inside of him.
Wait, so he's breathing funny, and they think that this is messages from.
Well, not only is he like in a deep sleep and breathing funnily, but he will talk.
Oh, okay.
Which
he's talking in his sleep.
Right. Which you also do when
Yeah.
you aren't properly using your CPAP machine.
Yeah, right. I think it's probably
You
pretty
experience sleep disturbances.
common. Yeah.
But they witness this and they observe these and in these episodes he claims that these messages are from a student visitor spiritual being that's communicating through him. So they start recording these, these things they're experiencing.
Yeah.
In the 1920s, so for about 10 years they're doing this. In the 1920s, the Sadlers develop the Forum, it would go on to be called, which was a group of their friends who put together a list of 4,000 questions for this being. And a few weeks later, lo and behold, the sleeping man wrote a manuscript that answered all of their questions.
In his sleep?
Presumably.
Okay.
And the individual was never identified. And this is like there's a bunch of different origin stories. This is kind of like a conglomeration of the most common ones.
And maybe like the most agreed upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
The individual was never identified, though he was described as a hard-boiled businessman, member of the Board of Trade and Stock Exchange. In a book called Urantia, The Great Cult Mystery, which was written by Martin Gardner in 2008, who also wrote for publications like Scientific American, makes the case that individual was actually Wilfred Custer Kellogg, William Sadler's brother-in-law.
Okay.
So, one thing that makes it likely that the Urantia book was actually written by Sadler
Yeah.
is the similarity of ideas in his own published works and those expressed in Urantia.
Okay, so conveniently, this book full of ideas channeled to us via aliens just so happens to be fixated on the same topics as Sadler himself.
Yes, which just happens to be eugenics.
Oh, God, no.
William Sadler wrote 3 eugenicist books. Do you want to know the titles?
Oh, God, I bet they're horrible.
They're very horrible.
Okay, let's just hear it.
The first one, Long Heads or Round Heads, or What's the Matter with Germany? Written in 1918. That's totally fine, right? Nothing horrible there.
That's so dumb.
The next one.
What's the matter with Germany?
Racial Decadence, an examination of the cause of racial degeneration in the United States. 1922.
I'm sure that means exactly what I think it means.
Yep. And lastly, The Truth About Heredity, written in 1927.
Okay. Yikes.
His wife, Lena Sadler, is also not without some very strong beliefs on eugenics. She delivered a paper called Is the Abnormal to Become Normal? To the Illinois Federation of Women's Club in 1932, and it was also published in a collection called A Decade of Progress in Eugenics.
Okay.
Buckle up.
Oh, boy.
It gets bad.
I'm sure.
It calls for mandatory sterilization laws. And if we don't practice good eugenics, oxymoron much, this is a quote, ultimately this monster will grow to such hideous proportions that it will strike us down.
And of course, this monster is
Yes,
the impure genes
exactly
of
what you
other
think it
kinds
is.
of people.
Also, another thing she says, If we practice eugenics correctly, she says, we'll eliminate at least, this is in quotes, at least 90% of crime, insanity, feeble-mindedness, moronism, and abnormal sexuality, not to mention many other forms of defectiveness and degeneracy. Thus, within a century, our asylums, prisons, and state hospitals would be largely emptied of their present victims of human woe and misery.
Ugh.
These horribly racist ideas are very obvious within the Urantia book.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Like this way of thinking and philosophy, if you can call it that, bled into everything these people touched.
Yes. So, and the thing is, it's not surprising because Kellogg was very horribly racist.
Yeah.
And this is his niece, and maybe his nephew was involved.
The apple doesn't fall far from the racist tree.
Yeah, nephew-in-law, right. And William Sadler learned from Kellogg because he worked for him. So, not surprising.
So they basically attempted to found a religion around these ideas.
Yeah.
As opposed to, which is odd to me, because, presumably these people see themselves as people of science first. So the whole rationalization for the ugliness of eugenics is a sort of like cold, I don't know. You could think of it as like, here are the cold, data-driven reasons why some people are not as good as other people. Right? So why tie religion up in it?
Because the more backup, the better. You're not going to get everyone with your science, what you think is your science.
It's a multi-pronged approach.
Right.
Okay.
And I honestly, a part of me thinks that William Sadler was annoyed that he was duped by Ellen White and maybe had some disagreements with her. So he's like, you know what? She did it. I can do it.
Yeah. Why not just play the same game of, getting people to believe something without a rational basis or a data basis or a whatever.
So
call it whatever you
according
want.
to the Urantia book, starting around 500,000 years ago, 6 colored races appeared on Urantia, which is Earth.
Okay.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, which is white people, and indigo, which is black people.
Wait, why are white people blue?
I don't know. Earlier races are superior to later races. And this is a quote. Each succeeding evolutionary manifestation of a distinct group of mortals represents variation at the expense of the original endowment. So basically, the later races take away from the more superior earlier races.
So they don't all arrive at the same time? Like the
No.
blue people show up first? Blue people.
The blue people show up before the black people, but let it be known that the red people are superior to us all.
Oh, is that built in?
That's what they say.
Okay.
So on every planet, throughout every planet in every universe, fair-skinned, blue-eyed aliens named Adam and Eve appear to what they call upstep the natives.
Okay.
So their progeny mate with acceptable inhabitants and eliminate, in quotes as well, inferior stocks.
Okay.
On Urantia, Earth, this Adamic method didn't go to plan. Adam and Eve somehow fucked it up. So part two of the Urantia books, the local universe section, goes on to say, you must now work out your planetary problems of race improvement by other and largely human methods of adaptation and control. It also says evil in the forms of illness and disease exist because unfit peoples haven't been eliminated. Ugh. So the way to fix this basically is eugenics. But, you may say, these books were written many years ago, and surely those who currently still believe in the Urantia books don't still subscribe in such racist ideas.
Do they really?
You'd be wrong, though, because Mo Siegel in the 20 Most Asked Questions on the Urantia book website, although he starts by saying all persons are equal in the sight of God and that race should become irrelevant, he doesn't see color, also goes on to say, illness and disease result from evil and cause suffering. In the 20 Most Asked Questions, He says, unfortunately, several factors hinder progress toward the development of a disease-free world. The laws of genetics are immutable and form the physical cornerstone of evolution. At the present time, mankind loses about as much progress as it makes by ignoring eugenics.
Wow, there's still eugenicists?
Sounds like.
You know, I gotta say, I agree with him on one thing, which is when I look around, I don't see blue people or green people. I just see people. I'm with him on that.
According to this article that I used as my main source here, there is a 2010 email that was sent to, in quotes, and I can only imagine that this is how they addressed the readers of this email within the email. Readers with advanced information and forward-looking perspectives that are not suited for being posted on the website.
Wait, say that again?
This email was sent to readers with advanced information and forward-looking perspectives that are not suited for being posted on the website.
Okay.
AKA too racist
Yeah.
to let everyone else know that we believe it.
This is the part that's bad PR, but still very much part of their belief.
In this email, follower Martin Greenhut wrote that the trustees had convened a panel on eugenics. He listed the panel members, including Kermit Anderson, who at the time was a genetic screening program director at Kaiser Permanente and had done a lot of genetics research. And there was little information on the panel's activities that had been found since then. Again, that was in 2010.
2010?
Yep. And when asked for comment, the Urantia Foundation and Mo Siegel did not respond. Of course.
Yeah, because what are you going to say?
And I'll say this. If you still believe in a book whose foundation is completely and utterly racist, whose origin story is that some people are superior to other people and we should get rid of those other people, I don't care how much you clean up, it's racist.
I don't know, Christy. I think that's a very green person way of thinking.
Well, that means I'm superior to you, so I'm right.
Or the green. What am I one of the blue people?
You're a blue person.
I was saying, what am I in the the color palette?
So yeah, like if the main breakdown of the story told within the Urantia books is that our origin story is like, yes, Adam and Eve, that's a thing, except the reason for Adam and Eve is to purify the races, essentially.
Yeah,
It's racist. It's always going to be racist. And if you still believe in that, you're still racist.
Here's what I don't get above all else is they've done an adaptation of the Adam and Eve story where Adam and Eve are not the first people on Earth. They show up to like purify the Earth of bad genes.
And they're aliens.
And everyone else was here, I guess, first before the blue people.
I don't know. It's a lot.
It is weird.
It's a lot. But because Urantia book is free, I can read you some passages if you like.
Awesome.
This is from the very beginning. This is from the foreword. I just thought to give you a little bit of a breakdown to explain where we are in the universes.
Okay.
Your world, Urantia, is one of many similar inhabited planets which comprise the local universe of Nebadon. This universe, together with similar creations, makes up the super-universe of Orvonton, from whose capital, Uversa, our commission hails. Orvonton is one of the 7 evolutionary super-universes of time and space which circle the never-beginning, never-ending creation of divine perfection. The central universe of Havana. At the heart of this eternal and central universe is the stationary Isle of Paradise, the geographic center of infinity and the dwelling place of the eternal God. The 7 evolving super-universes in association with the central and divine universe we commonly refer to as the Grand Universe. These are the now organized and inhabited creations. They are all a part of the Master Universe, which also embraces the uninhabited but mobilizing universes of outer space.
How do you get people to believe this?
I don't know. I did not read this 2,000-page tome, partly because it pretty much all reads like that. And I don't know.
It's just like
know.
name after name and idea after idea that are like fantastical and
Right.
nonsensical. It's
Yeah.
you just get browbeat with details.
Yeah, you got to buy in. You have to relearn a whole language.
This stuff
And-
always works somehow.
Yes, and that's a thing with cults.
Yeah.
And whether or not they're a destructive cult or not, like they're not very big. I don't know
Yeah.
the inner workings of Urantia. You know, it doesn't seem like anyone's really talking about that part of it. So if it is a destructive cult, I don't know. But
Yeah.
like that's exactly how you do it, is completely like rewrite vocabulary and force these like absurd concepts, and just
Yeah.
people have to accept it.
If I know the arc of Goose Chase, in about 6 months, we'll get a Dateline 2020 expose
On Urantia.
on whatever sex pervert is currently running Urantia.
Well, Mo Siegel is still the president.
He might be a sex pervert.
It could be.
We might find out.
Who knows?
Anyway.
So yeah, obviously there's like 2,000 more pages of all that, but
But suffice to say, you don't have to read the entire thing to know pretty early on that it's
it's a
out
whole
there.
lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's just so much. Yeah.
I can't believe they converged a panel on eugenics in 2010. That just seems very late in the game.
Well, that's why the email was sent to people who were forward thinking enough.
Right. Forward thinking.
Which my first thought was like, that kind of seems like backward thinking, but
Forward thinking to the now discredited and disgusting ideas of eugenics.
right.
Forward thinking
Forward
backwards.
thinking to the ideas that Hitler wrote about in his Mein Kampf.
We must look forward to the back.
Yeah, it's not so good.
No, it's not.
So, likely that, Celestial Seasonings doesn't actually buy into these things,
Right.
but the company was founded using the premises of,
It seems very
things.
unlikely that this is still part of their business, right?
hopefully not.
I mean, at least not formally. Like most of the time, companies kind of, especially when they get that big,
Right.
stuff like this, you can't make a
And again,
whole-
Mo Siegel left in 2002.
Okay,
So it is now 2021.
he is no longer part of the tea business.
No, he is fully in the Urantia business.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
That was it. Oh, we're not going anywhere new. That was the end of the journey.
So this book exists in its full format, and you can get it for free.
Yes.
I kind of want to read more.
The UrantiaFoundation.org. You can also listen to it. They also provide it in audio formats.
How convenient.
Yeah. And they also offer it in 20 different languages. I did try to search their website for the word eugenics, but this weird thing happened that every time I would search for eugenics, it would convert it to Portuguese and not find my result.
That might be intentional. I mean, they might have like a poorly functioning filter, like search filter, that
Yeah.
just tries to dump you out somewhere and instead takes you to the Portuguese site.
Like I would make sure it was set to English,
Yeah,
and then I type in eugenics,
yeah.
and then I search, and everything is still in Portuguese.
Oh no, there's a dog battle happening right now.
It's okay, we're almost done. So yeah, if anyone can get the website to work in not Portuguese, that would be good.
I'd be fairly certain. Just, I mean,
Or if you know the word for eugenics in Portuguese.
that might help too. We'll take any leads we can get.
Dog battle.
Yeah, you hear it? They're getting all amped up. I think they're probably tired of sitting patiently.
Yes.
I had never heard of this before, and I can't believe it's connected to Celestial Seasonings of all
I know.
things. Like, it's weird. It's actually very much like the Kellogg's thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
And very related.
why do we have a cereal company that is like low key, like
Just proof that all health food is evil and based on eugenics.
at least there's a lot of weird, sketchy backstories, aren't there?
Yep.
Like, I know that at Kellogg's right now, they are not a, eugenics-driven business or any of those other crazy things. The Kellogg's wouldn't tell you not to masturbate in 2021.
I mean,
They might discourage it. Certainly, not in their...
they just wouldn't
not in their
talk
building.
about it.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't talk about it.
Right, I'm just saying, like, it's odd that these, like, big, giant corporations...
Don't want you to masturbate.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there.
I just spilled coffee all over
I
myself.
saw that. Well, thank you for that, Christy. That was really
You're very
surprising.
welcome.
I did not see that one coming.
Also, it hurts my soul to say such racist things. I just want that to be known.
Yeah, right.
Like, to even quote those things was like, I was getting very angry when I was typing them into my notes.
I'm concerned about the long or round German heads.
Yeah.
What is that about? Do people have differently shaped heads in Germany?
I feel like it's probably something racist about Jewish people.
Maybe about Jewish people. Maybe just about Germany. Like
About like the superior race and how they appear.
yeah. It's so weird, like the very stupid ways that I think science is never going to live this down.
So my question whenever this stuff comes up is like, how do you know your race is superior?
Right.
Other than the fact that you are your race.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
how
always
do
what it comes
you
down to.
fucking know?
Yeah. Well,
It's so annoying.
that whole racial theorization of like, who is and is not superior is always built on like shitty information, anecdotal data that's like cherry picked about like, who the good people are and who the bad people are. And
There are two kinds of people in this world. There are people who automatically assume that they are superior, and there are people who automatically assume that they are inferior.
Yep.
And I am the second.
yeah, same. Boys, maybe it's time to call this episode as they are getting, come here, Leroy. They're getting super amped up.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, podcast dog. We'll take you outside now.
Well, this has been Goose Chase.
Love you, babies.
Thanks for listening. Sorry.
We're being held hostage by our dogs.
We are definitely being held hostage. Okay. Go lay down, Leroy.
Come on, Leroy.
All right. Thank you for all your research. This is ridiculous.
You're welcome. This has been Goose Chase.
We'll see you in another couple of weeks with another episode. Thank you, as always, for listening.
This has been Goose Chase. Goose Chase.
Goose Chase. Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.